What is up, y'all, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're doing something a little different, as you can see by the title. We're doing a 24-hour reading challenge. I think I've been too influenced by Maddie Faber. I've been watching a lot of her videos recently and I've been inspired. I'm currently reading a lot of books, a lot of long books that I really want to get through, and I think a 24-hour reading challenge would be really good with that. Right now I'm reading, hold on, let me get my Kindle. I just started Project Hail Mary on my Kindle. I got a Libby skip the line, so I have to read this as soon as possible. And then I'm also reading Mistborn. I'm like 20-something% into that. That's really good. And then I'm reading a physical copy. Let me get it. I'm reading, and then if you see my latest crochet vlog, I don't know if it'll come out before this video or after this video, but I made a book cover for this book. It's How Fascism Works, The Politics of Us and Them by Jason Stanley. I'm trying to incorporate more nonfiction into my reading. I have a lot of nonfiction over here already that I just haven't been touching, and I bought this book, which wasn't on my bookshelf, but this is just something that I wanted to read. But those are the 3 books that I want to read for this kind of 24-hour reading period. Ideally, I want this to span 2 to 3 days. Today is Thursday. I usually work night shift. I had a daytime class today, so I'm up, but I'm not usually up. Right now I think I'm on like hour 18. I woke up at 1 a.m. So yeah, it's about 6:40. So yeah, I'm running on minimal sleep, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm still going to read because I'm very excited to read. The sun's still out. I have my cozy little setup over there, so I'm gonna read, and then if I end up getting like antsy or restless, I'm just gonna pop on a audiobook. I have Parable of the Sower, the audiobook loaded up, so I might listen to that too. So those are like the 4 books. I kind of left that other one out, but 4 books, 1 audio, 2 Kindle, 1 physical that I want to read. I'm just gonna get situated in my little reading spot, and then we're gonna get started. Also, say hello to Cow. I haven't named Cow, so if you have an idea to name the cow, let me know. Also, this is a failed book blanket. I was doing like the squares of all my favorite books. We'll go into that later as I continue to do more book content. But this is just something new. I'm trying to experiment. I did all the books I've read in 2025. The video flopped, but I think that's just because I make crochet content and I really just need to diversify my content. Neither here nor there. Let's get into it. I'm very excited. So yeah, y'all, I'm starting this on my computer because y'all are on my phone. I haven't upgraded. I'm not going to until I like fully invest myself into this YouTube thing. So I'm not gonna do camera yet. So y'all are on my phone. This is the timer. I think I can make it bigger. 24 hours, and we're about to start. Actually, let me get my reading ambiance up first, because if that's not ready, I'm gonna waste my timer doing that.
A few moments later.
Okay, y'all, so I have my reading ambiance set up. I have 4 of them because once I get tired of one thing, I need to be on to the next, or I'm going to stall out reading. So yeah, let's start reading. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I'm so scared. That's a long time. Okay. 24 hours starting now. Let me turn this on. Okay, y'all, I am back in my spinny chair because I was nodding off reading. This is because I didn't get much sleep. I've been up for almost 20 hours now, so I really do need to get some sleep. I've been reading for, let me pause the timer. I've been reading for about an hour, so that was a pretty good hour. I think I've made it like 6%. I'm at 14% right now. I have 11 hours and 20 minutes left in the book. So I definitely will be finishing this book within the 24 hours. That's for sure. But that's just won't be happening right now. I need to go to sleep. I'll probably end up waking up. I don't know. I'm not going to set an alarm. But this is just a not eventful start to the 24-hour reading challenge. But I swear things are going to pick up. I just wanted to start things while I had the motivation to start them. And then we'll continue on. But yeah, I'm just gonna get a nice sleep in so we can wake up, hit the ground running. By the time I wake up, it'll be like 3 or 4 a.m. and Starbucks will be open, so maybe I'll go to Starbucks, or do an audiobook and go for a walk outside when the sun comes up. But we are going to get this 24 hours done. I promise y'all that. I just need to get some sleep first. Good morning, y'all. I know I sound really sleepy. I literally just woke up. But it is 4:27, so I only have done an hour and a half of reading. We haven't made much of a dent, but I also don't feel like getting out of the bed right now. So I'm just going to sit here, read in the bed a little bit, figure out what I want to do with my day, see if I want to go to like a cafe and get some reading done, or if I just want to lounge around in the house, go for a walk, do audiobook. I don't know what I want to do with my day yet, but I do know that I don't want to get out of the bed right now. So I'm just going to do a little bit of reading and then figure out what I want to do. Y'all, so I'm reading. I'm on page 86. And there is a Travis Air Force Base mention. Guess who's at Travis Air Force Base? So that's so exciting. That's so exciting. This is the second book I've ever read that mentions Travis. The Women by Kristen Hanna mentions Travis because the main character is from California, so she has to fly into Travis from Vietnam to fly home. So I love life. This is so cool. I'm just imagining that I'm at work right now so I can be in the plot. Like in my head, I'm in the plot. Hey y'all, please ignore my hair. This is just what I look like when I sleep. Like what my hair looks like when I sleep. So we have officially broke the under 21 hour mark. So that, oh my goodness. So that's good. It is now 6:15. I'm probably gonna end up going to a cafe. I'm just not, I've noticed for the last like 25 minutes or so, like the last chapter I was reading, Project Hail Mary, I was really zoning out. It might have been because I was in the bed. It might have been because there was just a lot to focus on. There's a lot of just numbers and things. It's not a book that you can just fly through, you know? Even though I am moving pretty quick. So I'm about like, I think, hold on. Let me not estimate when I have my Kindle right here. I'm on page 121, which is about 26%. I've crossed that 25% threshold. I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but you know what happens at that point if you've read it. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't compare anything for you. I don't know. But I'm about to get ready to go to a cafe just for a change of scenery, get some food. I might just buy some coffee there. I have my own cold brew here, but I think I should save that for the days that I'm working and the days that I stay home. For now, I'm just gonna go there and buy some coffee and buy some food. And I think that'll just really like set off the ambiance for me. New setting, new food, new things. I have a favorite thing that I get from there, so I think I'll look in. It is gonna cost $20 for a coffee and almond croissant and some type of breakfast, but I don't care today. I don't care. Also, I started doing like skincare a couple days ago and it's going really well. Good Molecules, please sponsor me. I really like it. Like my skin is just clearing really good. Like my skin has always really been clear, but I've always had little splotches of acne and that's not happening. It's clearing up, as you can see. They're clearing. I also got my whole face threaded, so that could play a part in it too. Anywho, I'll probably end up seeing y'all at the cafe. Maybe while I'm getting ready, I'll put on Parable of the Sower, but I don't want to get out of the Project Hail Mary vibe right now. I think I'm still in Project Hail Mary vibe. I just need a change of scenery. I'm going to bring all my forms of books with me. I'm going to bring Project Hail Mary and Mistborn that are on my Kindle. I'm going to bring my physical book, and I'm going to bring my headphones so I can listen to the audiobook if I want to. But I'm also bringing my headphones so I can put on like my white noise or whatever, so I don't have to hear the sounds at the cafe, because those are very distracting for me. But yeah, let's just get ready for the day. I think today's going to be like a chill hip-hop or upbeat pop vibe to get ready, and I'm very excited for that. So yeah. Okay, y'all, so I made it to the cafe. I'm very excited to be here. They just opened, so I'm able to get my coffee, get my food, and then sit down. I'm probably gonna sit outside. It's 70 degrees outside today with a high of 97. So I sunscreened myself up because I don't know how long I'm planning on being here. But the cafe is also at a lake, so I might like do some laps around the lake, listen to the audiobook, whatever. Also, my skin looks so good. I also put on some blush. I did. Sorry. So I just think I look so cute right now. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to go in and read. I'm going to start with Project Hail Mary. If I end up not wanting to read that, I'm definitely going to switch to Parable of the Sower and just crochet, because I'm not trying to get myself into a reading slump where I don't want to pick anything up, because I literally have 21 hours left. Hopefully I can kill a cool 4 or 5 of them here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I will catch up with y'all probably after the fact, just to do a little recap and see how far I've done. If you can't tell, I've changed attire because I'm about to go to the pool. The cafe filled up really, really quick, and I just couldn't be around that many people. And someone had a really, really annoying laugh, and that's all I could hear. I had my noise canceling headphones on, and I could still hear him. So I'm gonna go to the pool. It's about 70 degrees outside. No, I'm lying. It's like 85 now. It was 70 when I left the house this morning, and there's gonna be a high of 97, and it's only 10 o'clock. So I'm going to try and get out there while it's early and it's not blazing, but I can still get a little bit of a tan, because I was tanning while I was at the cafe because I was sitting outside. Anywho, I have switched my timer from my computer to my phone because my computer will overheat out there. Then I'll lose all my time. So right now I'm at 19 hours, 21 minutes, and 5 seconds, which means we're almost 5 hours in. This feels like nothing. I'm at like 40% into the book. It's getting really good. I really don't want to spoil anything, so I'm trying not to like talk about it, but I love our main character. He's very adventurous and inquisitive, and it's making me want to go back to physics class. I want to go back to physics class. I want to do some math problems. Like, this is actually so cool. Anyways, I'm going to get to the pool. I might see y'all there, I might not, but y'all will definitely see me after. Hey y'all, so I'm back, and I've been sitting here on my couch listening to the audiobook. I left the pool after like an hour or so. It was just getting too hot, and I was dozing off. If I wasn't listening to the audiobook, I probably would have stayed, but I wanted to listen to the book. I'm now at 33%, which is about 3 or 4 hours in, putting me at 16 hours and 17 minutes left on the timer, which means we are over a quarter of the way through. I don't know what a third would be. A third would be 8. So yeah, we're pushing to a third. We're pushing to over a third. In about 20 minutes, we'll be over a third of the way through. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. As much as I want to sit down on my Kindle and read Project Hail Mary. That's just not where my brain is right now, and I don't want to force my brain to do something that it doesn't want to do. So right now, I am going to force my brain to do something I don't want to do, which is go work out, but I think I'll get a good rush of endorphins to do a lot of things. So I'm going to get some stuff out the way, knock some stuff off my list so I feel better, in a better spot to just sit down and focus. So yeah, we're still on day 1. We haven't even hit like 24 hours into the challenge. That'll be at 6 o'clock and it's only 1:30. So at 6 o'clock we'll hit 24 hours in the challenge time-wise, but not timer-wise, if that makes sense. So I think we're making pretty good time, given that I've already read 8 hours. Anywho, I will catch y'all when I catch y'all. I'm not gonna put a time limit on it. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. I'm about to go to the gym and wash my hair. Y'all, I haven't moved. I was just scrolling through my phone, but I just got a skip the line copy of Yesteryear. I was on an 18-week hold for that book. So it's the audio version, so I'm going to try my best to speedrun Parable of the Sower so I can get to Yesteryear. This is kind of giving me that push to get out of that, like, 30% zone, because I'm at 30% in both books, and that's, like, kind of where things start to lag. Nothing's lagging in either of the books. That's just where my brain is, like, we just passed 25 and we're so far to 50. Like, my brain works in plot points, and we're far from the next plot point. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm excited to start Yesteryear, but I'm not going to start it. I can't do 2 audiobooks at the same time. I can do 2 Kindle books, I can do 2 physical books, but I can't do 2 audiobooks at the same time. My brain just doesn't work that way. So yeah, Parable of the Sower is getting done today. Yes, it is. Hey y'all, a couple hours no see. So I've done my hair. That was the last time y'all saw me. It was when I came back from the gym, or before I went to the gym, something like that. I don't know, but all I have been doing is listening to Parable of the Sower. I haven't had the energy in me to read Project Hail Mary. That just takes a lot of brain power, and I just didn't have that. But now we're at 13 hours left on the timer. I'm about 60% way, well, 13 hours and 49 minutes. So about 14 hours left on the timer, and then oh my goodness, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm about 60% of the way through Parable of the Sower. So I think that's like 4 hours left, and I'm listening on 1.4 speed. I might speed it up a little bit because the audio is really upsetting me. I got the audiobook on Libby, and the excuse me, the narrator, like, you can hear every time she opens her mouth, like, you can hear that, and then you can hear every time she swallows, and those are my biggest pet peeves. I don't like chewing and swallowing sounds. So that was really, really getting to me, and I just can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm either I have to speed up the book, because I returned my Kindle copy of the book to Libby, and I had to wait 2 weeks for it. So I know there's a wait for it, and I'm just trying to get through the audiobook. I really am. But I'm also very, very tired. I've been up since, what time did I wake up? I don't remember what time I woke up. I think I woke up at like 4. But it's now 9 p.m. So I'm ready to go to sleep. I don't think I'm going to log any more time on my timer tonight. If I do end up reading, I'll just deduct it from the timer in the morning. But I know if I set my timer now, I will fall asleep and it'll just run. So I'm going to get in the bed. I'm going to read a little bit of Project Hail Mary just in the bed. And that'll be my NyQuil. That will put me to sleep, I'm sure, by like 2 pages in. But yeah, I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I have the energy. Not even hopefully. I will have the energy to both finish Parable of the Sower and read Project Hail Mary. I definitely have to do both. So we'll get it done. And we have 12 hours left. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day. We are now, from the time that I started the timer, we are about 30 something hours in, but we're on day 2, I think. I've only slept twice. Yeah, I've only slept twice. So we're on day 2, and I have 13 hours, 30 minutes, and 12 seconds left. I just had to type it into this timer because I've had it on my phone timer this whole time, and I'm going to be staying in the house for most of the day, so there's no point in me having it on my phone if I can have it on my computer and see it a little bit easier. My period started today, so I'm very much just want to curl up and do absolutely nothing. So this is a Project Hail Mary day for sure. I think I have like 9 hours or some and some change left in the book. I'm at 37%, I think it was. I'm at 38% and I have 8 hours left in the book. And then I have 4 hours left on my audiobook for Parable of the Sower. I am going to my friend's house later on today, so I don't know if I'll be finishing the whole timer today, but I have to transition to night shift again because I work tomorrow. So I might be up for 24 hours, which in that case, I will finish its whole timer. We'll see what happens. We'll see how my body reacts. I don't know what I want to do. I have my breakfast here. I made some egg bites. They're like meal prep egg bites. So I put potatoes, sausage, pork sausage, cheese, spinach, cheese again, and then bacon on the top. And then I poured eggs whipped with heavy cream on top, so the egg just kind of seeped down and made it into a little egg bite. They're literally so cute and they're so fun to eat. I eat them with ketchup. I haven't eaten eggs with ketchup until I started making these, and they're actually pretty good. Sorry to all the people that I used to flame for eating their eggs with ketchup. It's actually pretty good. Anywho, I also have some beet juice. I think that's gonna help with my cramps. Scientifically, I don't know, but just my brain said, let's drink beet juice. So I have beet juice. It's from the Pressed brand from Costco. It's roots with ginger. I need to get a juicer, but I also don't want to clean it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anywho, I'm just gonna curl up and read my book, see how far I get until I want to get up and move around. I am gonna make some cold brew at some point. I also prep cold brew, so I make my own cold brew. So I just have to pour a cup and make cold foam, but I'm gonna do that too. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, eat my egg bites, read my book, and see how far life gets me. I'm gonna turn on a little reading ambiance. That's why I have my computer out too. So yeah, I'll catch up with y'all when I make a little bit more progress. We're about to be under the halfway mark. And I'm very excited for that. And I don't have to go to my friend's house till 5 o'clock. So I have a good amount of time. Like 8 hours? Well, technically 7, because I have to get ready. Neither here nor there. I'm just gonna read and I'll get back with y'all. What's up, y'all? So we're about at 10 hours and 30 minutes left on the timer. My dad's talking about something. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna get some cold brew because I'm not tired yet, but I feel like it'll kick in at some point. And yeah, so this is my cold brew. I basically put cold brew grinds inside of this, and then this sits inside of this. And so that's how I make my cold brew, and it just sits there for a couple days. And then I also make cold foam. I love making cold foam. It's actually so good. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a bunch of things I need. And while I'm making this, I'm gonna talk about the book. So right now I'm at about, you also can't see my head, but I'm trying to make sure y'all see the cold brew. So at about 60% of the way through Project Hail Mary, and it is really good. I love this is probably gonna be really loud. I really love the relationship between Rocky and Dr. Grace. He doesn't go by his first name as much in the book, which I find very interesting, but also he's a doctor, so I get it. But yeah, Rocky and Dr. Grace's relationship is so cute. I think it's very interesting how they've kind of navigated around the language thing. That's pretty cool. I love Rocky. He's so cute. Even though I hate spiders. I hate it. Um, Other than that, the flashbacks, like the way the writing the story is, like every couple of chapters we get a flashback, and I really love that because we're learning things at the same time, and we're really understanding our main character's personality at the same time that he is. Like, he knows who he is, but he doesn't have any memory of who he is. So then he's like getting his memories back and he's understanding things at the right point in time for the book, which is great world building and plot forming at the same time. Brian Sanderson does that too. Brandon Sanderson does that too. I'm currently reading Mistborn. I'm only like a couple percent into the book. I think I'm like 20% into Mistborn. But Brandon Sanderson does the same thing where the plot is evolving and the world building is happening at the same time. So you're understanding and going through things like real life, real world examples at the same time. So I really like that. I just like that writing style. So I think I'll be reading a lot more of them because it's just I think for me, world building is where I kind of stop reading or I get caught up because I don't want to read all that. And I don't want to have to go through books of world building to truly understand what the frick is going on. You know? So I love how it's going on at the same time. What else? I think I mentioned this earlier. I really love the science aspect, and it's being explained in terms that, in layman's terms, basically. It's being explained in layman's terms, so someone who doesn't really have much of a science background or has a very minimal science background can get the general gist of what's going on. Yes, there's a lot of big words being thrown around, but I don't know, I like it. I think it's very helpful to the readers because then we're not getting a whole bunch of this mumbo jumbo and then we don't know what's going on. We are understanding too. Because there were some plot points where I'm like, oh, I can see where this is going. This is about to happen. Like how this is gonna be a little spoiler bit. Not really. This happens in like 30% of the book, but skip like 20 seconds. Basically, in the beginning where Rocky and Dr. Grace are interacting for the first time and they're sending tubes back and forth to each other. When Rocky sent the model over to Dr. Grace and then you could see all the planets and the lines on them, I understood that Rocky was trying to tell Dr. Grace that's where his planet is from. Before it was explained in the book. Like I got it like 2 pages prior. Not that that's anything that really needs this like a big plot point that I understood before the book, but I just thought it was interesting how because of the way that things are being explained that you can get what's going on. Yeah. I'm having a battle with cold foam because I either make it too cold foamy and then it doesn't sink into the drink or it's like milky. So I don't know. I think that's where I'm going to stop. Mmm. Mmm. I could have added more salt, but it is what it is. And I got the perfect proportions today. I usually end up adding too much cold foam. I mean, not too much cold foam. Mmm. Hold on. This is like licking the bowl of brownie batter. Okay, basically, as I was saying, when I'm making my cold brew with the cold foam, I usually end up adding too much cold brew, so then the cold foam is spilling over the top. I made the perfect amount today, and I just think that's going to help with how my day's gonna go. I just pull all this stuff away. I'm gonna refill my water, and I think I'm just gonna end up camping out in the same spot for a couple more hours. It's a nice spot. I just need to like reposition every couple of minutes, which is kind of annoying, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I also came in here for a snack, so I don't know what I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get something. Hey y'all, we meet again in my bed, and I finished Parable of the Sower. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I just wasn't, excuse me. I don't know if I just wasn't like paying too much attention, or like the audiobook was just not it. I don't know what it was about the book. It was good, I think. I don't know what I want to rate it yet. Very dystopian, very much prophetic in a way that we could be in the preamble of that book right now. So I find that very interesting. I don't know if I'll read the second book. I think I'll have to sit on this. Maybe later down the line, years from now, I'll read it again and find more I like about it. But I'll probably have to read the physical copy because I can't do that audiobook again. I think I was more focused on the sounds that I was hearing from the narrator's mouth than I was from the words coming from the book. So that was kind of like a deterrent and very distracting for me. So I ended up doing a lot of other things, like playing games on my phone or crocheting or doing other things while listening to the book, which could have taken my attention away to all the major plot points, but I completely understood what was happening. I understand the concept of the book, but I don't know what I'd rate it. The writing was good. I don't know. I might rate it as a 3, but I feel like if I read it at a different time, it could be like a 4 or 5. But for the time I'm at right now and like how I'd listened to it and how I read it, it's giving, oh my gosh, excuse me. I am about to go to sleep. I'm so tired. But it's giving 3 stars right now. I'm going to sleep on it, figure out what I want to do. And then when I get up, I'll figure something out. I do work tonight, so I'm going to go to sleep at 7 a.m. 8 a.m. now. By the time I go to sleep, wake up, it'll be like 3-ish maybe. I have 5 hours and 55 minutes left on the timer, so I won't be tackling most of that. I mean, I could try and tackle some of it at work, but from what I'm hearing from my coworkers, it's not sounding like it's gonna be easy reading night, unfortunately. So I'll probably have to tackle it tomorrow on my on-call day, because hopefully they don't call me in. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Parable of the Sower. I think I am going to give it 3 stars. If I end up changing it at all, I'll either edit it while I'm editing this video, or y'all can follow me on Goodreads. Link is in the description. I would love to have more friends on Goodreads, so if y'all want to be friends, just put in the comments that you're sending me a friend request so we can be friends. But yeah, that's all I got for Parable of the Sower. Hopefully I can finish Project Hail Mary in these 5 hours and 55 minutes. I think I can. I don't have much of the book left. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I have, you can't see that, 4 hours and 33 minutes left in Project Hail Mary. So I definitely will be finishing this, and then probably just for the additional hour after, just chugging away at Mistborn. But I'm going to try and wait as much as possible so I don't like leave y'all out. Because I think Project Hail Mary will definitely be like a 5-star read for me. And I want to be there with y'all for that. But I got to work. I got a job that I got to do. Anywho, I will catch up with y'all later. And yeah. I just realized, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I skipped a line copy of Yesteryear. And apparently I didn't get it. Like I didn't hold the loan before. Like, I don't have it. I want to go, like, see if I could, like, pull it up on my Libby so it's ready for me to listen to later. It's not there. I'm on a 18-week waiting list for this book in both the physical and audiobook copies. I'm so upset with myself right now. It's not even funny. Okay, bye. All right, y'all. So we've made it to the end of the video. I did finish the books a couple days ago. I just need some time to sit and think about them. The 24 hours did, in the very beginning and the very end, they went very slowly, especially after I went to work. I ended up working 2 or 3 days in a row, so that really kind of interrupted my schedule, like my reading schedule, because I just didn't get it all done in the 2 days that I had planned to do it before I went to work. This is definitely not a challenge for me right now, I think it kind of put me into a little bit of a reading slump. But we'll get into that. So first I want to talk about Parable of the Sower. I listened to that on audiobook, but it's not the first book I started. I started Project Hail Mary first. But I finished Parable of the Sower first. I think I didn't start off on a good note with it because I started it when I went to the pool. And I went to the pool. I had a great time at the pool, but I ended up like kind of nodding off. So there was some of the book that I didn't pay attention to and I had to go back and re-listen to. Also in the audiobook, the author, I think I've mentioned this multiple times in the video, and I mentioned this multiple times on Goodreads, you could hear the mouth sounds and the swallows and the clearing of the throat of the narrator every other word. And it was an older lady, so she had like old lady mouth sounds, and it was just I was not having a good time. I'm someone that is really triggered by mouth sounds and just any kind of sound, especially when people are chewing or swallowing. I don't like it. I don't want it. No. So that's really deterred me. I think this is also a book that causes, like, you need to think a lot about it as you're reading it, and I think that's the disservice I'd done to the book, is that I didn't physically read it. I listened to it, and that's just not a book that I think I should have listened to. I just didn't give it the brain power that it deserved, I think. I ended up giving the book 3.5 stars. I'll put my Goodreads review here, but I ended up giving the book about 3.5 stars. I think I remember, if I'm remembering correctly. It didn't resonate with me, and I couldn't really connect to the characters, but I also think it's because I listened to it. I'm being blinded. It's because I listened to it on audio. I think I'm gonna have to revisit the book in a couple of years and just kind of see where it takes me from there. I also find it very interesting that it's set on the West Coast, and they ended up walking up a route that I live by. So that was kind of interesting just to kind of see all the city names that I kind of know. And I'm planning on going up to, to Eureka, in Northern Cali. I'm already in NorCal, but I'm going up further. And I was planning on stopping in Mendocino, which is where one of the characters has a ranch. And yeah, I was like, oh, I know where that is. I was planning on stopping there. But yeah, that was kind of cool. Other than that, I like the writing style. Dystopian really isn't my complete cup of tea. I have to be in the mood for it, and I'm in this era of not reading the synopsis of a book before I pick it up. So there was that. And then also Parable of the Sower, it was based on Parable of the Sower in the Bible, and the character is really kind of creating her own relationship with God, and not Christian God, but who God is to her. And this kind of like relationship around like God has changed, and it was giving very culty to me. And as someone I'm very early on in my Christian relationship, like my relationship with Christ. So I think just kind of reading something that is kind of warping that really messed with my brain, I think. Nothing to do with the writing. I think that's just where I'm at in life right now. Another reason why I think I need to pick it back up later. I'm being blinded right now. But I think the sun looks so good on my skin, so I'm just gonna have to deal with being blind. But anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts on Parable of the Sower. I think it could be a 5-star if I read it at the proper time in my life and I wasn't trying to like finish it for the sake of a video, which is another reason why I think 24-hour reading challenge is something I'll have to do. I have to plan it and do like, I can math, and like 8 hours a day for 3 days or something, where I'm not just like, okay, let me just read it and I'm just gonna do it because I have to do it. But yeah, so that was it. And then I read Project Hail Mary on my Kindle. I have returned it at this point, which is so sad, but you can see all my notes in my comments on Goodreads. I made them all available. Here's my Goodreads review. I rated this book 5 stars. I think in essence I should have rated it 4 or maybe 4.5, but I don't care. Life is whimsy, and it was 5 stars for me. In the moment that I rated it, But, you know, sci-fi isn't really my thing, so I think the author really took me by surprise with making, like, writing it how it was. I loved the writing style. We were discovering things at the same time that the character was, because he had this amnesia, and it was just so nice. And I love little Rocky. I hate spiders, but I love Rocky. And the ending was so cute. So cute. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if I'll ever see the movie because it's on like MGM something, some watching thing, streaming service that I don't have and I refuse to pay for. Because the 3 that I pay for right now are already breaking the bank. And I don't want to pay for them no more, but I want to watch what I want to watch. Anywho, so yeah, I really, really loved it. The sci-fi aspect was very new to me. It made me want to, like, sit down and, like, do physics homework or something. And I haven't wanted to do physics ever in my life. I haven't taken physics since my freshman year or sophomore year of high school, which is over 7 years ago now. 7, 8, 9, I think 9 years ago at this point. I don't know, I can't do math. Between that 7 and 9 year mark is the last time I took physics, and it was very interesting. I really, really liked that book. I like, this could be like a, do you see how bright that light is? Anyways, so I'm just gonna move back. How about that? Kimber don't like that, but it's okay. But yeah, I really liked Project Hail Mary. I think it deserves all the hype it's getting. The book was really good. I don't have much else to say because I think I'll spoil it, and I also don't have enough words in my vocabulary. Lying, but sarcasm. I don't have enough words in my vocabulary to explain my good feelings about this book without spoiling it. And I also don't have enough words in my vocabulary to explain good feelings and have many words to explain bad feelings. So that's that. And then I ended up starting Yesteryear. So while I was reading, I did get a skip the line copy of the audiobook on Libby. Apparently I didn't borrow it. I, like, looked at it, I thought I did, and I didn't. So when I went to go listen to it, I think I had put this clip in the video because I had looked after I had finished and rated Project Hail Mary. But yeah, I just didn't do it, so I didn't have it. So I had to, I'm now listening to it on Spotify, which is not my listening platform of choice. I really like Libby, but yeah, because, like, with Spotify Premium, you're really only getting one book listen a month. But I had to time it because also my book club book is also going to be an audiobook because I have to wait 10 weeks for the physical on Libby, or any version on Libby. So yeah, I ended up, this is falling right in between my 2 pay periods for my subscription. So I'm able to finish this, and then I'll have a couple days to start and finish the other one. Anyways, as much as I don't relate with our main character in Yesteryear, I think she's kind of funny, unintentionally funny. And I also think it's kind of, like, meant to make you uncomfortable, meant to make you not necessarily like her, because this is just a perspective that a lot of people don't have. And if they do, you either don't hear about it, or you're not friends with them, or they're online on their own social media and you're not really getting the real them. We're listening to this girl's internal monologue. She says some very, very out-of-pocket things, but I'm only on, like, I'm on, like, maybe 20%. 20% is pushing it. But she's definitely gone back in time already. And I just, listening to the shift back and forth, crazy. I'm excited to really delve into the plot. We haven't gotten that far yet, but I can see how this could be a really good book. I can understand the hype. I think I had watched and listened to some creators who had read the book say that the insufferability of the female main character really pissed them off to the point where they couldn't really enjoy the book. I'm not getting that too much. So, yeah. Anyways, you'll get my update, and if you follow me on Goodreads, link will be in the description. We can chat about them in the comments, or you can just see what I think and all my updates and stuff. Other than that, I will catch up with y'all on another day. Ooh. Sorry, the sun is so bright. Ugh. I don't want to put the blinds down though, because then I look choppy. Okay, other than that, y'all, that is it for this 24-hour reading challenge. I don't know if I'd put it as a pass or a fail, just because it took me way longer than I expected to read it. But yeah, I found the book Project Hail Mary. I found a 5-star, but I don't know. I think the time constriction really just doesn't work with my reading style. Regardless, I will catch y'all in another video. Hopefully my crochet vlog is out before this, and there'll be another crochet video after this. I think I'll just sprinkle in book videos. Let me know what you think about having a book. Let me know what you think about book videos. I just want to put a lot of my hobbies into this channel instead of just focusing on one thing, even though it will mainly be crochet based. But yeah, other than that, I'll chat with y'all later. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, put a little the book stack emoji in the comments, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.